Back with shades off on Saturday morning at Monmouth Park, in the tunnel leading from the walking ring to the racetrack. Really, really cool place. It's in the shade. You can get a close-up look at the horses as they're going on to the track before their race. It's really the last chance to really get that close to observe how they're behaving and how sharp they are. And you have these old-school Parrot Mutual machines behind you. I think they're from the 1980s, and they actually really do work. So you have everything you need, TV sets as well, all over the place. Back with shades off on Saturday morning at Monmouth Park. Of course, on Friday, the Monmouth Dirt played fairly evenly style-wise. Perhaps closers had a slight edge in two-turn routes, but the sample size was too small to really say for sure. However, one thing I do think for certain was inside all the way position-wise on the track clearly was not the place to be. That was a carryover to the way the Dirt played last Saturday and Sunday. There was a 35-1 that rallied up the rail in race 10, but that was a pace meltdown that benefited that horse. Outside closers thrived in turf routes on Friday. The rails were all the way out at 36 feet. The rails are down to 12 feet today. On June 29th at 12 feet, speed and pace pressers were live in both routes and sprints, but on July 5th at 12 feet, closers did well going both one turn and two turns. Trainer Hugh McMahon won 3 races on Friday. Today he has speedy number 8 Hurler with a very decent turf pedigree on both sides, debuting in a grass sprint in race 10, and much improved number 6 One for Don, who's well posted in race 11. Buddy Carlesimo's horses have quietly outrun their odds on occasion, and his charges generally get better during the course of the season. He has second race off a layoff drop down number 6 Missed a Loop in race 10 with a jockey change, and long shot fourth race off a layoff number 6 Big Tomatoes in race 12. Maryland-based most of the year, Richard Silliman won 2 races last week at good prices. He has dropped down, cut back, bounce back candidate number 4, 3 Men On in race 5, and dropped down with a jockey switch, putting blinkers on number 2 Archer Queen, who should be tough in race 6 with a more nurturing ride. Angle horses for consideration underneath, at least today, include Cycling Forward Stretch Out with good previous two-turn form, number 5 Miss Audriana in race 2. Third race off a layoff, returning to her preferred turf, number 2 Mil Margou in race 4. Cutbacking even bigger drop down than it looks on paper, number 6 All About Karma, and speedy returning number 1 Beautiful Joe with Chucky Lopez in race 5. Trouble trips recently, number 6 Hyla Rue in race 6. Better rested New York Turf drop down, number 6 Torment in race 8. Third race off a layoff drop down, number 8 Fake Charm in race 9, and likely improved with maturity, returning number 2 Union Label in race